Gas prices are at $6. Hard-working brown people are getting locked away. The world's coming to an end, but one good thing is apocalypse soon. And to bring us in, let's all take a deep, deep breath and relax on a guided meditation with Eddie Pepitone. Wait for the music to come in. Oh, it's coming in light. Take a deep, deep breath. Close your eyes. You're in a yoga studio.
I hope everybody is in light-fitting clothing. I know I am. I'm an artist, and if you know anything about artists, they need linen. They need breathable fabrics. Mark Twain walked the streets with a linen white suit, and that's how I want to be found dead. Because people will say I lived a good life. You just have to look really sharp on the day of your death. By the way, it feels like I am addressing the funeral of some guy. Oh good, more people. Hi people, thank you for coming. You guys are gonna love this. It's a live podcast and I'm about to get into a guided meditation. Hey, welcome everybody, welcome. All right, here comes the guided meditation. Okay, everybody, I hope you will only think beautiful thoughts that have a golden hue on them. Now, we all just found out today the Golden Bachelor has prostate cancer. And that's why you should light a candle, a lavender candle, put it on your tub, and say, I hated that fucking guy anyway. He was an elitist prick. Here's an idea for the Golden Bachelor, by the way, just our fog machine from Jamaica. Hey! All right. So the Golden Bachelor is dead, but our spirit as Americans isn't. We have the fascist regime is very stupid, and they have gone into a war that has already spiraled out of control. I don't want you to think about that. Just good thoughts. Do not think about the fact that our economy will be Venezuelan in about 6 months. Do not think about that. Think about a golden ball of light.
Crank that music up a little bit more. Guys, close your eyes. Visualize. Crank it up. Crank it up, fuckers.
My safe word is more. It confuses everybody. My dominatrix, the wife, the babysitter. Most of the women I meet in restaurants. I just walk up to them and I say, do you like a good, terse, yet playful Chardonnay? And they say, oh yeah, that pairs well with salmon, doesn't it? And I say, salmon and mayhem. So with your next in-breath, I want you to breathe in these beautiful guitar. Music is the language of the heart, but you have to let go that the bill collectors are at the door. Let go of the fact that yesterday you fell in a cesspool in Staten Island. Nobody likes you. Nobody likes any of us. We're in a cold, scientific universe run by brutal fascists. And Jersey Mike's, though. We have Jersey Mike's. And if you do it the Mike's way, tell them Eddie sent you.
10% off. Jersey Mike's.
By the way, I do need to do more ads. I'm very anti-corporate. That's my whole thing, is that we need to be like socialists, you know? I think everybody's got to help each other, you know? Except when there's a good game on. Then I'm inside for that. No, it's the Giants and Eagles. I don't care what kind of civil rights. The next 3 hours are mine, bitch. Anyway, just breathe out. Breathe out all the negativity. And then I want you to breathe in the love that you never had. The love that 50-50 chance you might get. The love that surrounds us all, except between certain streets where it's just evil and rents are high. I'm talking about Beverly Hills and Westwood. Have you seen the people there? Everything is plastic surgery. I saw a woman in Beverly Hills just spontaneously combust after getting her nose and jawline worked on. She wanted crow's feet done. And the dermatologist said, "We've done too much already." Anyway, you're a great crowd. And with your final out breath, I want you to say goodbye to the American Empire. We had a fair to middling run. And sure enough, this fucking bozo did this shit. You didn't think he could. He's fucked the world up. Asia, they're fucked from this Europe. But don't think about that today. Don't think about any of that. Just breathe. I myself am high right now, so it's very hard to breathe. I'm just taking short gulps of air.
And thank you, everybody, for joining us on another guided meditation with Eddie Pepitone. Welcome to Apocalypse Soon, folks.
Hey, everybody! Woo! Woo! I'm Eddie Pepitone. Do you want to say anything, or should I just get right into it?
I say we get right.
All right,
into
well,
it, dude. We got a great guest tonight.
Yeah.
There's a lot of foreigners in the audience, from what I understand. Is that true? We're recording what's called a podcast. This is it's usually audio, but video has become necessary, unfortunately.
I took a razor today. I was trying to trim my beard because I don't want to just show up like an asshole.
Thank you.
You know, I was trying to trim the beard and I fucking went too deep. You know? But I got a thing called Deep Away. And it's really working good.
Did you have an accident?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you definitely did. You got like half a goatee going. You should have done the other side and just got a little flavor
But I do this
saver.
so you can see me being human.
That's right.
Because it must inspire you to see me stumble. All right, we are going to get to our guest for this. Sorry, folks. I'm seeing more guests in my head than we have. But this next guy is one of my favorite people in showbiz, and he is a really, really talented, intelligent comic. Please welcome Jay Larson. Jay!
Thank you.
Welcome to Apocalypse Soon.
I'll grab my drink.
Apocalypse Soon. You know we're sponsored by the Coffee Bean on Beverly Glen.
Good evening, everybody. You know the coffee beans are going out, right?
Are they?
Yeah.
Thank God. It's about fucking time, right? Isn't it true you see some chains and you just want to blow your brains out?
But there's some chains that you don't?
You ever? Yeah. Some chains I thrive in, like Best Buy. No, Best Buy I've taken on as a personal project. And I walk around there going, maybe I do need headphones. I do need a new, helmet that takes me into another dimension. I do a lot of virtual reality.
I did a commercial with Jersey Mike's.
Did you really?
And Aaron Judge of the New York Yankees.
Did you really?
Yeah, please don't touch me. No, I did it in 2019.
Oh, okay. How did I miss that one?
Because
I love that
I don't know.
Judge,
Yeah, of course, he's a Yankee.
That's right. We're 7-1 and you're what?
I don't know, I haven't been watching.
He's a big Red Sox fan.
Don't tell him about me, I'm right here.
So Jay,
how are you guys doing tonight?
There we go.
Nice.
No, I'm just saying that Jay is so good in his act. If you haven't seen Larson, he fucking opens people up in the crowd. He just talks to them. He's there, and it's always interesting to me. So I thought I'd give you guys a chance to have a little Q&A with Jay. Why don't you lead it, and I'll just...
Why don't I lead the Q&A?
Yeah. No, why don't you say, hey, everybody.
Okay. Hey, everybody.
You want more?
Wait, I thought it'd be fun. Does anyone have any questions for someone they just met and they know nothing about?
Oh, is that?
You know what I mean?
No. We got a question right here.
With the finger.
What? You were wondering that as well? Well, I was, I bite my nails, and I was biting it, and I go all the way till it gets to the end, and then you have to pull it, and then it bleeds. And that just happened. So I took a napkin, and I rolled it up, and then I put a piece of tape around it. I think doesn't it look like I could play in the NBA or something?
Not sure.
No? Does it bother you?
I don't know that.
It bothers you because why?
That story. That's not a good lie.
Does no one here bites their nails?
I used to. I stopped.
When did you stop?
A year ago.
So it's been a whole year?
Yeah.
Did you have the help of a 12-step group? You from a rich family, man? You have access to things others don't? Hello, I'm Sidney Rockefeller.
How many people here go get pedicures, mani-pedis?
We did today.
You did today?
Of course.
Got it. Sir? You bite your nails too, so when everyone was slandering me and making me feel like shit, you're like, oh, why don't I just stay quiet? How many other people? What about you, sir? What do you do?
I do much.
You don't do much? How do you trim them?
Scissors.
You scissors? Scissors? What kind? Dude? Like nail scissors.
Yeah. I have a clipper.
I got a clipper too, but I'm back there, you know what I mean? You're just like, oh, what, you know?
No.
Nobody?
I don't know. Oh, wait, did you quit smoking? I think people who quit smoking do that shit.
Yeah, I quit smoking 20 years ago.
All right, then it's not that. That's what you do. I'm a little like Sherlock Holmes. You put them in a box.
Very little like Sherlock Holmes. No one here has any type of quirk that maybe not everyone does, that you're just, first of all, You know, I didn't know it was this big of a put-off to so many people that I bite my nails. I didn't know it was so disgusting to so many of you.
Well, you're talking about a bloody nail. You know, the only thing that makes me think of lasagna.
I'll share an embarrassing story just to make you feel more comfortable.
I feel completely comfortable.
Oh,
I know he does.
No, I don't need to
I
share
like
it.
who I am. I've worked very hard to become this person,
Yeah.
regardless if I have flaws. I live in a society where we need to accept people more with their flaws instead of make them feel like trash, like these two over here. Just
Yeah.
like, they're like, oh, you're disgusting to bite your nails.
Yeah, come on.
And this,
They're having a great time. They're fucking
I check my tooth by biting my toenails.
Now, all right. What is your safe
I know
word?
it.
What is your safe word?
Dental work.
That is insane. When did that happen?
I was probably 12, 13 years old. I was really getting to town, really trimming up the old toenail.
You were flexible, huh?
Yeah, and I got strong nails too. A lot of people don't have strong nails,
Yeah.
you know, that can chip a tooth. But I do, and I'll tell you, I learned my lesson though. That was an embarrassing moment.
Were you found by the police?
Yeah, I was found by the police.
I would want some documentation.
I mean, I think that's a fear of mine. Is that has anyone else here ever chipped a tooth?
I have. Anybody else besides the people up here? Yes, and
And then you have to get it replaced?
Jeff chips his tooth.
Nope, still chip.
Still for how long?
I ain't dealing with
I was
this.
in kindergarten and I was sliding down a slide and I got caught in my friend's back pocket. And
Oh!
my tooth was chipped.
And no one in the family's like, let's fix that up.
Nope.
Cool vibes.
And you're the opposite as a dad. Jay is a dad. He's got two. Well, how old are they?
12 and 10.
So it's 22. You're dealing with a 22-year-old. Just a funny math joke, folks. I'm just keeping it rolling, sort of like Jack Parr did in the old days.
Yeah.
Big havoc.
Well, how come? Did you have braces?
Nope.
No. Did you go to a
It was
dentist?
a minor chip.
Yeah.
Oh, minor
It
chip.
didn't mess with my teeth.
Okay, cool.
All right. Yeah,
You know-
you got to say minor.
You know, Jay, Eddie used to teach improv classes to children.
Two children.
Yes, he used to give improv classes to children, and he actually got fired.
That sounds about right.
Do you remember that?
Could you
story?
imagine you show up for your kids' improv and this is the guy who comes in and you're like, wait, didn't I see a Instagram reel of yours where you were talking about the world's going down and fascists are running fucking Dunkin' Donuts?
Yeah, he said he got in trouble for playing favorites.
Yes.
But in
I had a
fact,
couple of girls come up to me and go, "You're playing favorites."
How old were they?
And by the way, just in my defense, I tore my Achilles tendon playing basketball on my first night in this Colorado improv facility. It's in Steamboat Springs. It's gorgeous. It's fucking gorgeous. It's where Olympic athletes ski.
They train.
Yeah, they train there. And so my surgeon, when I tore my Achilles playing basketball, was the surgeon for the Seattle Seahawks. And they drafted me. They were willing to take a chance on a guy who was a little overweight because of his love for life.
Zest. Would you say zest? You have a zest for life?
You hear what you want to hear. I said love. You heard
I
that.
heard zest, yeah.
hey, we had a bit of an improv exercise we thought that Jay would enjoy.
All right.
This is what I do, by the way.
This is going to be
me.
quick, guys. I don't want to
Keeping us on track.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I was in an improv company for years called Chicago City Limits, based in New York. And basically, improv drove me into madness. So I like inflicting it on other people. And this is a character I call the improv teacher junkie. He only has suggestions related to his obsessions for the students. Okay? You guys with me?
Yes.
All right, Jay, hello, welcome to Manny's improv class.
Oh, you're Manny?
I am not Manny. Ernie, who's out of jail and he's got a car wash going. Ernie's out of jail, he's got a car wash going, and he had some extra money. So here we are. So look, this is the improv group. First improv I want you to do is Frankenstein on, let's say, a Valium and an Adderall combined.
A Valium and an Adderall.
Just to see what is dominant.
Am I standing?
Yeah, you're Frankenstein. Make these quick because I got about 10 of them. Adderall and Valium. I don't see it yet. No, he was just doing the walk ahead. Adderall and Valium. One is like, Good. Okay, Jay. Second one, just 3 shots of Jaeger. Frankenstein. 3 shots of Jaeger. Okay, great. Good. No, that was good. Okay, Jay. Frankenstein on some ketamine, like the introductory ketamine that you get at the first session. And some good coke. Good coke, I said. Okay, great, okay. Single malt scotch. 2 shots of single malt scotch.
Now we're cooking.
All right, thank you. That's it.
That was great.
All right. Why don't you intro Scott? I'll do a bit.
Yeah, so one of the things that we do is so this is called Apocalypse Soon. So we like to pretend. What if there was a newscaster? It was the very last newscaster at the end of the world. Do you have that sound clip right there? There we go. And now, the last newscaster on Earth.
Hello, I'm fucking insane. That's right. Since the nuclear incident, I am the only one alive, and I give the news to myself every night. I'm fucking insane! My mother gave me the name fucking, and my father's name in Italy was Insaniato, which he shortened to insane. And I'm fucking insane. Our top story tonight. Nothing again. I'm sitting here going, are they gonna buy this shit? The audience, are they gonna buy it? Or have I already lost my mind and I'm talking to a hall of fucking mirrors? It's like being in a CVS Stone. You can't make head nor tails of CVS when you're high. No, it's not closed. Right ain't closed. Huh?
In the apocalypse?
Oh, in the apocalypse, CVS will probably be the only chain open. What? Okay. All right, let's go to me for sports. There was a little light again on the sports schedule. But I'll tell you something. If me masturbating is a sport, then I win! Because that's all I'm doing during this apocalypse. And now back to you, fucking. Thank you, fucking! Well, that's it. And remember what I tell all my listeners or viewers, if there's anyone out there, we're in really troubling times. The blood is flowing, and we are the ones doing the vampirism. So get a Jersey Mike's if you can. Do it the Mike's way and tell them Eddie sent you.
It's still open.
Thanks for joining us on the last newscaster on Earth.
All right. What's next?
All right, we had a question. For Jay, who's a father. How can people still be having children?
I think more and more people are not having children. I think
Right.
the people don't want to have children.
Right.
And I think I love being a dad. It's my favorite
I know
thing.
you
I
do.
wanted to be a dad since I was in 5th grade, and I wouldn't have kids again.
You would want.
I would never have kids again. Yeah, no way.
It's brutal.
It's crazy.
Oh
You-
yeah,
although-
he has to.
Oh yeah, you do. How old are your kids?
17 and 16 right
Yeah.
now. They hate me.
Oh really? That's too bad.
It's-
Well, they
sucks.
should at that age.
No, they shouldn't. That's
You
not.
know, you're
they
always-
shouldn't.
No, they don't. They won't say they hate me, but I see them walking around the house.
Interesting.
Give me kind of a side eye. I'll be
Yeah.
like, "Hey, what are you doing?" Nothing.
Nothing.
I'm like, Jesus, are you mad at me? No. Okay.
What were they like when they were 10 and 12?
You're the best, Dad. Can I go anywhere with you? Can I get up on your shoulders?
Are you serious?
Oh yeah. And then they turned on me. Now they're all gay.
I don't need that kind of stuff.
Now, what are you gonna do? The dream's over. A couple of gays. Oh well.
I don't play that kind of shit. I'm a selfish man. My life is mine. I just walk down the streets in this little town and I yell to people, I don't have kids! It feels good!
I bet it does feel good. My son's in Machu Picchu right now.
Oh, that's nice.
Isn't that crazy?
You should visit him.
Huh?
You're 10-year-old?
12.
Oh, okay.
Either way, isn't that an incredible thing to be 12 years old and be in Machu Picchu? And did you know when Machu Picchu was found? Do you know?
The band?
No. Did you know when it was found? Like discovered?
Aztecs.
1920s.
What?
In the 1920s, it
No
was found.
way.
It was covered by jungle. Yes, and there were
It
two
was
people.
discovered in the Great Jazz Age?
I just think that's wild. And 2 people were living there. Some dude was hiking through, found it, and there were 2 people living there.
Really?
500-year-old second civilization ever on the face of the earth, right there, in the mountains. Anyway, my son got to go see that.
That's great. And did he go alone?
Yeah, he went solo. He's backpacking. Last year he did Belize, and this year, when he was 9, we sent him on a train across the country. He believes in Kerouac, Cassidy.
At 3, we sent him to Nepal to see if he was the next Dalai Lama.
They were like, you ain't. Now he went with this, his teacher loves to travel, so she puts together this travel thing every year, and you gotta pay. But 20 kids went, 20 adults, and he went to Lima, he went to...
This one's for sure.
Maybe. You guys don't look like 2 people that follow all the rules, and I don't encourage my children to follow all the rules. It's something we talk about all the time. Except my daughter, she's rule book river, and that's all she wants to do.
I like rules at this stage, you know. Because I've been so chaotic my whole life. Now when someone gives me a rule, I'm like, yeah? Get up before 11? I don't know about that.
Do you consider that a rule?
It's kind of ingrained in me. My father would just be like, what the fuck are you doing sleeping till noon? Like, he would get pissed,
Yeah.
you know, and he would vacuum me. That's how he got me up, by sucking me off. Not in that, you know.
Yeah. Everyone uses that terminology for vacuum. We've all said, honey, I'm gonna suck off the living room.
Tell me that's not what you're doing.
And those vacuums back then were fucking hardcore.
I have a really good one now.
Is it a Dyson?
No, I just like, you know, when you don't have children, you have all this money that you would have spent on their college.
Yeah.
Just buying nice things from Lululemon.
Like vacuums.
No, nice linen, and then, yeah, go to a nice vacuum store. I used to go to this shit vacuum store that only had Sharks. You know, that Shark brand, you know, And now I go to brands that only, the British royalty know. Vacuum cleaners. The Montresson.
Oh yeah, the Montresson.
Anybody vacuum with the Montresson? What's the next bit we're doing?
That's, I swear to God, we are in cahoots because I was feeling a lull in the vacuum conversation. You got that praying for celebrities music ready to go? So one of the things we do, one of the bits is we like to do a bit called praying for celebrities, where Eddie and I are a father and son, and
I'm his son.
Yes, very important. And we're in a cabin, and every night, for some reason, the child is just obsessed with celebrities. So now we'll do that. And now it's time for a segment we call praying for celebrities. Okay, son. You notice the sun went down. It's time to go to bed. Close those eyes.
I'm tired, Dad.
Oh yeah, you had a hard day today, huh, son?
Oh, well, I've been trying to escape from you. Now all the doors shut.
Well, yeah, we don't want you getting out there in that scary world, do we, son?
Dad, can I pray for celebrities before I go to bed?
Absolutely. We got our whole routine. Now let's close our eyes and bow our heads and put our hands together and say, Dear Lord,
can you please take care of all the game show hosts? Because the game show hosts feel like they're part of show business, but they're really not. And that fucks with them. So, yes, some of them have a lot of money. Alex Trebek even had Kodiak bears on his property. People think he was in a relationship with one of the bears. Who knew that would bomb like that?
well, it's unpredictable out here.
It sure is, Dad.
Don't worry, the Lord can hear your prayers. Don't worry about the audience.
And Dad, please, God, if you're there, look down on P. Diddy. So, everybody gets into that lascivious baby oil fantasy.
You've all been there, son.
Who hasn't had sex with an IV? You gotta keep those people hydrated. When you're making that much love, and I call it making love, whenever you have an IV out of you.
All right, son. Now let's not forget about the tech billionaires now.
Okay, I wanna pray
Spend
first.
all our time on P. Diddy again.
It's just a baby oil thing.
I know.
It makes me crazy.
It's hot news right now, but let's keep it moving.
Okay, Dad. I wanna pray. I want God to look over Peter Thiel. He invented Palantir, which surveils us. Fucking Palantir, which is, by the way, used by nations to target individuals. And I think Peter Thiel gets a lot of hate for that, God.
Keep it vague when you talk to the Lord. He knows all, son. He does.
Sorry, God, to spell it out for you, but nobody listens down here on earth. You always have to say things 2 or 3 times. God, besides Peter Thiel, I think a billionaire that always needs looking after is Mark Zuckerberg.
Facebook's not gotten a lot of play lately, Lord.
Well, I go to sleep every night by watching Zuckerberg squirm in front of a congressional hearing. And I just watch it and it makes me sleepy. And I'm like, oh. God, can you tell I had a root canal done?
I feel like you're breaking the third wall here a little bit, son.
Dad, you're so so smart theatrically. Too bad you don't know anything about love.
I do my best. Are we all done praying for celebrities?
One more!
Okay, all right, let's get to it.
William Shatner is still alive, God!
And
He's afraid to let go! He's 95! Let him go, God! Let William Shatner leave! It's too much to see this man talking about the recent moon launch. Okay, Dad, I think I'm done.
in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thanks for joining us on another Praying for Celebrities. Thank you.
I like that you know when it's time to clap.
I think we need a clap track, like a laugh track.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
We could
To put it at the end of the thing, you know?
sweeten it.
Sweeten it, yeah, sweeten it up.
I had an uncle in the sweetener business, and everybody thought it was like either stevia, sugar cane, brown sugar. It was sweetening the audience laughter,
Yeah.
and nobody knew what the fuck.
He was based out of Lafayette, right?
He was what?
Based out of Lafayette?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He loved humid weather.
Yeah.
Louisiana, if you've ever been, my uncle, the sweetener, was based out of Lafayette, where a tremendous battle during the Civil War. Oh, no.
Hey, no, you know what? Don't go off track because nothing gets a crowd going. Then going to some Civil War history. That's a fact.
You know, I try to elevate audiences, to
You
a
do.
certain level,
You try to bring them up. You try to introduce them to more things.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to read some excerpts from Emerson's Self-Reliance.
Oh, I love that being even partly intelligent gets criticized
I'm being
by
serious.
fellow artists.
I'm being serious.
No. I grew up in New York on the Lower East Side, and we would just get up.
You mean Manhattan?
Yes. What other Lower East
I'm just
Side
saying.
is here?
I just wanted to know what economic bracket.
There's
you're
not a Lower East Side in Kansas City.
in. Which one?
Kansas City. Yeah, that's true. One
Thank
in
you.
Missouri, one in.
In Kansas.
Yeah, fuck that. I can't even deal with one Kansas City, and everybody's like, "Which Kansas City do you
We mean everybody. One person has to.
Well, I got another bit we got to get into.
Go ahead.
I don't know if you guys like these bits, but
Well, they're clapping.
they're loving the bits. It's good. But hey, you got the cop without GPS ready? Yeah. All right. So in this one,
You
Jay.
guys know it?
Jay, imagine that you're the chief. You're back at the station.
Okay.
And you get a report in for a murder, and you call out to one of your loyal deputies out there for an address and a location, but he doesn't have GPS.
Okay.
All right, that's it. All right, we ready? And now,
The police officer without GPS.
Sarge, what was that address again of the possible double homicide?
I don't know. How about you let me call you first on the radio?
Sorry, Sarge, I jumped the gun.
Jenkins,
Yes.
there's been a murder.
Where is it?
The
Where?
The Lower East Side. I know you know it like the back of your hand.
All right, Lower East Side.
Yeah. In Kansas City. Remember where we live?
Okay.
Let me give you the address.
What is it? That's what I need.
47 Spring Street.
Okay, now Spring
Get back. What?
Spring is between Walnut and Cherry Nut?
I
No,
don't.
Walnut and Cherry, sorry.
Can you just put it in your GPS and then just?
What? I don't have GPS. I don't believe in that shit.
Are you in your standard issued police car?
Yes! I had it taken out by my mechanic, Nick. I feel like we're giving our intelligence over to these AI things.
I agree with you.
And that if we don't act now, we're all gonna be robots, bitches. Crawling on our knees.
Jenkins, I just gotta report the murder is on foot. It's on Broadway between
Look.
5th
I
And
don't care
six.
what the fuck his name is. French, if he's a frog, that's fine. On foot, I've dealt with a lot of them.
You need to get there ASAP. Do you know what that means?
ASAP, I had that removed. I had that removed.
I need you to get. I'm gonna patch you through to Officer Thomas.
Hold it! Sir! Hold on, Sarge. Where is Walnut?
Walnut, you want to go down 4 blocks that way. Once
Okay.
you're going to see a guy twirling a sign. Next, you're going to take a left. And then you're going to go uphill until you see a pink stand selling lemonade. And then you're about a mile away.
Hey, I'm sorry, Jenkins. I'm sorry. I patched you through to the 1950s police officer who just started working here. Are you able to communicate with him?
Hey, boss, how's it going? You out on the streets without the GPS, see? Well, you got to get your ass to the murder scene.
You know, I have replaced porn with film noir.
Shh, there's a dispatch. We got to keep this line clean. This is what the hell are you fucking talking about? Get to the goddamn murder.
Do you have your body cam on, Jenkins?
Yes, I got my body cam on.
How do you have a body cam on but you don't have your GPS on?
Why? Why do I need the GPS? Hey, sir! Where is Spring? Was it Spring? What was the address?
I don't think you're probably asking the murderer. He's got blood all over him. I'm trying to get to a murder scene. He's like, yeah, I can tell you
Sir,
exactly where to
you're
go.
covered in blood. I was wondering, do you know where there's a possible double homicide? How did you know? I had it tough. My father beat me. With a lead hose. You ever hear the people who say,
Wait, are we still in the bed? What are we, I hear the music. I'm not.
I hope we're still in the bed.
Shh, we got to clear this line. What the fuck are you talking about? There's a murder on the loose.
And thanks for joining us on the Cop Without GPS.
Sorry about that, everybody. I just was.
Do you want to
I
know?
got lost.
Do you want to know something fun? I had a buddy who was in a horror movie out here, and
Yeah.
like they bashed his whole face. He had the last scene in the movie, and they like cut his whole face up. And it was like 12:30 in the morning, and they're like, "Hey, let us clean your face off." He goes, "Nah, I'm good. I'll clean it when I get home." And they go, "No, let us do it." He goes, "Nah, I'll take care of it." And then he just drove around LA, pulling up to people, going, "Do you know where the hospital is?" And freaking people out.
That is funny.
He said at 1:30 in the morning he finally got home to Venice, and there was like this British couple, and they were like walking. He goes, "Excuse me, do you know where the hospital is?" And they go, "Oh," but he said they freaked out, and to this day he changed those people's lives. They were like, "Don't ever go to Venice, California." I saw a man whose face was bashed in.
Well, I you know, just to like piggyback on that story, do you know I was in a trauma film?
A trauma? What's a
Somebody does.
what's a trauma film?
Trauma, toxic adventure. What else is big with trauma?
I mean, they're just low budget cult movies.
They certainly paid me like it was a low budget. Well, you like that. Yeah. But I played a junkie. You know,
can
I'm
see
like
that, yeah.
21, 22.
Oh,
I
shit.
was so fit. Yes. Yes, I would make love to a lot of people.
It sounded like you were responding to somebody. So you made a lot of love.
No one asked that at all. And he decided just off.
I always talk to God. That's who I'm talking to. No, you know, I don't like getting takeaway in Milan, but if I have to do it, I will. This is the guy who has dementia on a talk show. He just goes any weird topic to the next.
Are we gonna hear any? What is the trauma film?
Well,
Trauma.
oh, I played a junkie, and the thing I kept yelling throughout the movie was, "Paco owes me! Paco owes me!" He was the drug dealer.
Yeah.
He was talking to one of his friends. Paco owes me! I was nominated.
You're a method.
I was nominated for a short film award. That unfortunately.
For that role?
Yeah, but the guy who was delivering the statues was murdered.
Side note, I used to have a stand-up show in Venice 23 years ago.
Oh, I used to
And we
like
had
that.
an award show, and I gave Eddie a Lifetime Achievement Award, so every time that we were going to give an award, he thought it was him, and he would stand to get up, and we'd be like, nah, it's not for you. Remember, we did 7 times?
I have never had luck with award shows.
I thought you just meant in general.
No, I didn't have luck. I had great luck one day.
When?
I just, first time I was in Vegas, I just bet on a horse race, which I will not do anymore. You know, because I'm compassionate towards horses now.
We bet on dogs.
You know, dogs are my lifeblood. I fucking, like the way you love your kids,
Yeah.
I love dogs.
Yeah, I get that. People do love dogs.
Because
I
they're
don't
the
like
best.
dog owners.
What?
I don't like dog owners.
Right.
They're fucking horrible.
Right.
Your
right.
dog sleep with you?
I don't want to talk about it. Let's just say we like each other. We share a lot of food. I'll be like, you want to eat? I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I'll give her a meatball, and she'll just look at me with such gratitude. And I just go, yes, there is a God.
The dog god?
What is dog spelled backwards?
I love that you guys answered. I love that you
I feel like we're in the third grade thing.
He said to me, "How he goes, my audiences are usually pretty bright. They can spell God backwards. Just so you know."
By the way, this whole podcast is brought to you by Charles Nabisco. Nabisco Company. I've been on the air to the Nabisco fortune, and I get drunk a lot. Last time I vomited was in the Sphere. I was there to see fish. You ever vomit in the Sphere seeing fish? I have, and we have a cookie out. We have a cookie out that commemorates that occasion. A couple of guys from, it's shortbread. A couple of guys from Fish, and I vomit in the Sphere. So get it, because our scouts, well, they're prisoners. These prisoners will deliver. Please don't put your ring cam on. Because they're prisoners, they shouldn't be out.
Nabisco, look for the rainbow-covered vomit on the box.
By the way, do you notice that when I'm out of ideas, I just look at Kevin like a puppy, like, please end this bit.
They're looking at us the same way.
I know.
They're like, hey guys.
By the way, it's not easy to look at you people. You judgmental pieces of shit.
We do have a few more bits.
What? Oh, do we? What time is it?
Well, I mean, it's around. We're about an hour in at this point.
Oh,
I mean, that's pretty.
A round of applause if you've had a good time. All right.
A couple people left.
No, it's okay. Here's another one. Round of applause if you think Lincoln's death was inevitable. Round of applause. I thought it was. We humiliated the South.
Did you see One Battle After Another?
Yes.
Did you guys see One Battle After Another?
I liked it.
One of my favorite moments is when he's like at the parent-teacher conference and he's looking around. He goes, "The fucking Grand Wizard over there, slave owners." When he's pointing out all the dude, it's great. Anyway, go ahead. Let's go with this next bit. I'm looking
That
forward
really
to it.
does.
See?
If you
These are
mention
smart people.
if you mention the founding fathers' membership in the Ku Klux Klan at a parent-teacher conference,
Yeah.
it does damper the mood.
Oh yeah.
It is harder to get into your kids' grades in social studies
Of course.
at that point. But it's important to bring it up.
That's why it was so funny.
I hate to tell you, folks, but this country is now run by the KKK. That's like cutting through all the bullshit. I gotta punch that one up.
No, I like it right where it is. Well, there is something that can always make the mood a little bit better, and that's a nice perfume.
A what?
A nice perfume. If you've got a nice perfume, you know, you can really get through everything. So we always try to do commercials
Lower
for.
the lighting.
Yeah, let's lower the lighting down a little bit and turn the music up a little bit.
And now for a scent that always makes you feel bad about who you are. It's time for Eau de Pepitone.
Hello. Are you waiting for a check so you can buy ramen noodles? And you want the perfume? You want the perfume that will go with that check when it comes in? You put a little bit of eau de pepitone behind your ears and watch people cry about your situation. It's not a rash. Eau de pepitone is a special fragrance that is brought to you by Jersey Mike's. Mike's Way. Eau de pepitone, if placed in the right spots on your body, can trigger a revolution. People in America are too distracted to resist these fascist Christian evangelical pigs. But eau de pepitone now comes in barrels. That's right, you can get a perfume in barrels. Eau de pepitone, cask number 16. Ooh, that's a lot. Just think of yourself covered in foam. Just any kind of foam, either from a doggy's mouth or the kind of foam you see on a lemon meringue when it's swirling around in a bakery downtown.
What's the name?
When this scent wafts into the air, everybody is going to be panic-stricken. They're going to be like, oh no, that is the smell of La Morte!
What the fuck is that smell?
Eau de pepitone, now in barrels, sold only at the Radisson Hotel in downtown Los Angeles.
Pick up your barrel today in downtown LA.
Thank you. Eau de pepitone. Yes, no, that's about what it deserves.
I like the eau de pepitone.
Yeah, it has had good readings. That one I was a little in my head about because I was told the timing on my timing belt is a little off by my. You know, another thing, my mechanic.
You have a mechanic?
Yeah,
Is it just a guy you go to, or is it you a mechanic?
it's a guy I go to.
Gotcha, yeah.
My mechanic. What is that, man?
Does he know your name?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, yeah, nice. You got a mechanic.
Thanks. I also buy oat milk myself. No, what was I?
Timing belt?
What were we doing?
We're doing a podcast. We're in Los Angeles, the Comedy Store Belly Room. We got Jay Larson as a guest.
Yes, but what bit?
Oh, we were doing Eau de Pepitone, and then we ended it, and then we're just kind of in.
Hold on, is this a
purgatory?
This is real.
This is real.
Got it. Yeah, no.
I sometimes got to remind Eddie where we are.
Yeah, okay.
Look, I may be sundown. And that's why I wear this brightly colored shirt. In case I collapse in the evening.
I love this.
And people can see this kind of brightly color.
I've never heard the term sundowning.
You never did?
No, I've never heard it. What is it?
Round of applause if you've heard of the term sundown.
Can someone tell me what it means?
Dying. Dying is the way to cut through all the bullshit.
Yeah.
Of like, well, you're at this stage of Alzheimer's eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of times at sundown, Alzheimer's will really kick in. And so they call it sundowning because your dad will just be in the garden,
Yeah.
you know, and then you go, what are you doing out here? And you go, oh, he's gone. It's sad.
Yeah.
I used to have fun with it. My great aunt used to see like little people. You know what I mean? She's like, oh, little man over there. And I'm like, oh, where is he? Right here? And I'd fucking smash. Wherever she said, and I'd just smash at it. She's 98, you know?
Well, you're supposed to yes and him. Yeah, for real, because it's, what are you gonna know? There's not little people.
Well, yeah, she used to say, who wants some tea? But she couldn't walk, so she'd like want to go make tea, and her sister would go, we're good on tea. And I just felt bad, so finally I'm like, yeah, I'll take a tea. And then she just was like, she kept trying to get, and she couldn't get up. Anyway.
Well, I think to round this
Let's end it right there. That's a perfect.
No, well, we got to do a toast to the end of the world.
Right.
All
right, guys.
Yeah.
You know, I think everybody should raise a glass to the fact that civilization, as we know it, has run its course. From Sumeria to Jersey Mike's. From the Babylon, what was that called? The Babbling? Tower of Babel.
Yeah.
Tower of Babel, where the first 100 people in will get a free Bible. Nah. I'm looking at people because I'm scared. I'm scared of what might happen in the present moment. I've spent my whole life avoiding the present moment. And now I'm trying to come to terms with it, and I realize it's very difficult. And that's why I like to use a Swiffer model, cleaning up my mental illness. Did you ever see the movie Memento?
Yeah.
What'd you think of it?
I missed the first 5 minutes.
Oh, he had that one lined up in a barrel.
It's true.
I walked into that. I didn't know you had a great momentum.
You think I'm just sitting over here? Huh?
Oh, right. Where is my fuck over here? I want everybody.
That's what everyone usually cheers with. The housemaid.
No, when you start to sundown, they give you drinks like this. It's like a mixture of like B12 vitamins, electrolytes, and kaopectate. It's like diarrhea. You know what I am? No, diarrhea bullshit. My doctor goes to me every fucking year, do you have diarrhea? And I'm like, idiot, I've had diarrhea 25 years straight. I don't even think it's physical anymore. I think diarrhea is a perspective.
I don't even mind it. I don't even know what everyone's big goal is, right?
No.
Big swig after that.
No, this is B12 vitamins. And it's really nice. B12, ginkgo.
Bola?
But I'm not toasting to that. I'm toasting to the end of the world.
That's right.
The end of the world where right now, even as we speak, nuclear power plants are being blown up by the lunatics in the Mideast. And it's going to escalate.
2 votes I wish I had back.
Man, I knew Donald Trump was a piece of shit back in 1980. But that's neither hither nor thither. Which, those guys were a great vaudeville team. If you got to see them during the Roaring 20s. But a toast No more mimes is one good thing. You have to look at this on the bright side. No longer will we have to put on fucking pants and underwear every day. Or dresses, or, I love onesies. No more! I love slipping into a onesie. When oil becomes a scarcity and there's worldwide riots. None of us asked for this except my cousin Ned, who wants the world to end. If you ever meet people who want the world to end, they're just fucking nuts. They're called Christian evangelicals. And they're all around us. I wish it weren't true. But and now, with your final toast, I want you to raise a glass to the fact that we tried. People like Jay Larson were having kids right to the end.
I didn't think it'd get this bad.
So quick!
Everything was great 12 years ago.
I really thought it would take a while to happen, man. The news has become a snuff film.
You started one of those, didn't you, in your 30s?
The news has become a... The news has become a snuff film. Why can't there be beautiful top stories like our top story tonight? Fellatio is on the rise. Why can't that be a top story? Something to put in your shepherd's pie. And by shepherd's pie, I mean your mind. A lot of people in Scotland call the mind shepherd's pie. What you got in your shepherd's pie? Lad, raise a toast. Raise your glass for sense of humor. It's the only thing we have.
Yes.
Sense of humor, which is intelligence, and it's subversive when it's done right. Of course, 95% of comics don't do it right. Because they just want to get famous. And they're not like me, just having to sleep his way to the top. I sleep into noon every day. So, at least we have a sense of humor. At least we tried. Raise a glass to dogs and children and the beautiful, beautiful bonobo gorilla. The bonobos don't hurt each other. I don't know if any of you know that. I watch a lot of nature documentaries because I love just bursting into tears about a polar bear that has no ice, which I do and have done in the past, and I will not watch these nature documentaries anymore. What I watch now are true crime shows, and idiots kill each other. Complete fucking morons.
You gotta finish it better.
I just want to say this.
Do the rest of the toast as Frankenstein with 4 shots of tequila and two lines of blow. And,
Thermos full of B12.
Yeah.
Hey,
And he's sundown. He's sundowning as well.
Okay.
Take it again from the top. Eddie?
Guys, here to the end of the world. Thanks for coming out to the Apocalypse Live podcast. Here. If you guys want to hang out, we'll be downstairs. Thanks for coming out. Please subscribe to all of our stuff. Eddie Pepitone, make it loud for him.
Jay Larson.
And I'm Kevin Tickett. Thank you guys so much. Make sure to tip your wait staff and kiss the do that. Kiss the employees. Take care. God bless.
Buy a gun!
That has been this awful.